First off, let me say, as I set the record straight, this is just the thoughts of people in Wellsville. I actually came out of Pennsylvania to prove a point. It's just not Pennsylvania, the working class people of this region, that want the Trump train to continue as this midterm election is approaching. And let me get up close and just tell you this, okay? And I'm going to say it again. Not so much about whether you're a Democrat or Republican, but if you're working, or people that you know are working and able to continue to raise their families, put a roof over their head, feed them, clothe them, educate them, and more importantly, keep great communities like Wellsville moving forward. And the only way that happens is with middle-class jobs. And no matter what you think of the president, he has done that from day one. Everything he said he was going to do. Your thoughts about the midterm election and why it's so important, whether you're in West Virginia, Pennsylvania, or right here in Ohio for working-class people, Tom?
Well, I'm in business, and I can't really go against people that doesn't go with me. You know, my opinion only means so much.
Right.
I was never so disgusted on what I seen on TV with Kavanaugh.
Tough.
I thought he was treated completely unfair. You're always guilty till proven innocent, and it just soured me. It really did.
Joe, what do you think?
I like Trump. I think he's doing a real good job. He gets things done. He gets the right people in there to talk to. I think he's doing just a great job in what he's doing.
Kind of meant Joe, Jim, but you go ahead, jump in there. What do you think?
Okay. Well, when I think about politics today, I'm a little disappointed, to be quite honest with you. Both parties, they get on TV and all they talk about is how bad the other guy is.
Right.
Trump did this, he did that. This one over here, he did this, he did that. Instead of telling us what they're going to do, they tell you what the other guy hasn't done. Trump, I think, could be a little more careful in some of his thoughts, but he's a tough guy, and he's getting things done. So far, so good. I wish he'd just tuned it down a little bit.
What do you think? Joe Lascola for Congress. No, I think he's ready to get back in.
Hell of a man, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is. He's a great guy. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I want to talk to the mayor. You know, you think of like a $20 trillion debt, give or take a few trillion. That's an insurmountable obstacle to overcome. But it was just like your 300,000. It almost seemed impossible. But if you work at it,
you work hard enough and put your whole heart and soul in it, you're going to do it.
listen, this next guy, he's not only on the Trump train, he's punching tickets, okay? Listen, I don't know, I need this guy to join me on the radio. I left there last night. I felt like Rocky Balboa. They had to cut me. I mean, I was hyperventilating in a brown paper bag, and that wasn't that bad. But people don't understand. I want people to work because I have been around long enough that I remember when Sterling China was here. I remember when Crucible was booming and people from Wellsville were going to work there. I remember East Liverpool on a Thursday night. I believe anything is possible. If you believe it, you can achieve it, and hope can ring eternal if we continue, as the president says, to make America great again. Joe.
I think Trump is doing a fantastic job. A little different than the normal presidents.
Yes.
He's unorthodox.
Maybe that's why he's getting things done.
But that's right. He'll come up and he'll say what maybe most people don't want to hear. But one thing, he backs what he sets up, and that's what's very important. Been a Democrat all my life, and I vote for the man, Rob. I vote for the man. I think right now he's the man.
Now, you know what you're saying? We know where Pratte gets it now and why he's been the way he has. Because I learned from all of these people, and I would not be here today if it wasn't from them. Let me have the closing remarks here tonight.
Hey Rob, before you close, one thing
He used to be shy, Stephanie and Joey.
One thing about Michael, I coached with his dad
Johnny.
quite a few years. When Michael was in the 7th grade and 8th grade, he was the best basketball player in the area.
No doubt.
He would have made, if they had a all high and junior high, he'd have made it. He was that good.
That's
When
coming.
he got into high school, I don't know what happened.
Well, girls.
John started coaching.
Girls, cars, and he decided there was more to life. Listen, before we go, let me get the closing remarks here. You know, I have done thousands of these videos over the last 5 years, and it's not a business. No one's getting paid. I might get a slice of pizza and head back home, kind of like what I did for 20 years doing play-by-play here. And when I was making a very minuscule amount of money in those 10 years after I really had gone to KDKA and things started to go well for me, people would go, Rob, why are you like up on Friday nights, up on Saturdays, up on Sundays, before the crack of dawn, and you're spending your whole night in Eastern Ohio, West Virginia, and you're just traveling all over doing games and talking to coaches because of people like this. I loved it, and it really was a lesson or two in my life on how if you work together as a community, you can really accomplish a lot. And no matter how tough it's been and how many times I've been knocked on the canvas, and believe me, I've got the scars to prove it, I always found my way back up on my feet because of what these people taught me. You just can't quit. And as I've said many times, it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can take a hit and keep moving forward. And we're going to keep doing that until tomorrow from the greatest little town next to my hometown, Monaca, Pennsylvania, Wellsville, Ohio. Jean Don, ciao, good night.